Hello, I hope you're well. Welcome to another video, another channeling video. It's been a bit unusual today. It's happened in a very different way, but I'll talk about that in a moment. I just want to say a massive thank you to my new subscribers, to those of you returning, and a big, fantastic member shout out to my first few members. Thank you so much for joining the channel and supporting it and me. It gives me a lot of confidence and validation. So if you haven't already out there, please join the channel. Got lots of perks and I'll be adding more tiers as we go along. But I want to say, I'm going to proudly, big thank you to my members, Karen Texas, get the names right, Pab Redmond and Anita Bell. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Anyway, let's get on. So, yeah, I've had some strange occurrences. And again, they're trying to get me learning about quantum mechanics and quantum physics and quantum everything. Yeah, quantum mechanics. And yeah, a lot of strange messages. I've had to have a lie down this time. My back was killing me. They've had me writing so many channelings down and things. Not just for these videos, but for something else I'm looking at as well. So today's been quite full on, and that's why I'm doing this video a little bit later than I planned to do it in the day. But anyway, so what have they come through with now? Well, when I was lying down, they didn't want me to write everything down this time. They wanted me to see what was going on, and then they've given me some things to write down afterwards to tell you about. So I'm just going to talk. They will guide me when I'm talking about, and so if I start talking funny, or I'm saying very fast, or it doesn't sound like me, then that's because I'm still actively channeling right now. So 6 men standing around me in military uniforms. Okay, yeah, I'm still saying a lot of that. Actually started off with saying a lot of military people in not just now, but in times past. This is all to do with time and interdimensional travel, and to do with the world's blurring. Here it comes. Okay, and they're very concerned about that. And they've been trying to show me this for a while. And it's very odd because they've, in this meditation, the images I saw, they showed me at one point a lot of wavy lines. Now, they wanted, I was supposed to talk about my eyes last time and then they changed it. I've had a funny effect on my eyes. Yeah, I have, when you get to this age, you start having little, if you, not everybody, but you know, some people at this age, you start getting the macular degeneration. I don't have any symptoms of that or anything, but they check you anyway, because you get that little bit pigmentation at the back of your eye. And I recently got checked out, but I had to move to another optician's. This is all relevant. And they didn't have the pictures from my previous place, whatever, because I have photographs taken every year. Most people do. And they took some more, and of course they, oh, did you know this, you know, blah blah. Yes, yeah, okay, no symptoms, nothing. You check it out with the Amsler grid, right? Which is like it's a grid, yeah, lines. And if those lines are wavy, then you've got the onset of it. Well, the strange thing about mine is the lines are wavy and then they go straight. And after I've been checked out, this is 2 weeks after I've been checked out, everything fine, hunky-dory. One day, I'd done a lot of computer work, but one day I suddenly started to see really wavy lines. And of course, I'm terrified of the opticians. Yeah, I'd rather go to the dentist, and I had everything go wrong with my teeth at one point, but I'd still rather go to the dentist than the opticians. I hate it. And So of course panic. Oh my God, it's getting worse. Something's wrong. So, and it was everything. I was looking at the TV and everything was swimming. Absolutely swimming. All the lines were going up and then they would come down. Up, writing, everything go up, down. And that terrified the living daylights out of me. So, and it was just, and I thought, it could be eye strain, it could be this, could be that. But they told me if it, anything went funny, I had to go back and get it checked. So off I run down the road. Thank God I'm living in the town. And go down at Division Express. And they're like, here comes the nervous one again. Oh God. Checked me out, took more pictures. There's nothing wrong, it hasn't changed. Nothing's happened, your eyes are fine. And then I had a young girl and she was absolutely brilliant with me. But she was still training. And one of the, the guys who'd been doing it for years type thing, he said, it's not that if the lines are going back straight. When you get it, it's wavy and it stays wavy. I said, no, it goes up. It sounded like I was having more of an ocular migraine. Well, yeah, eye strain, whatever. Go to the pharmacist, get some anti-inflammatories. Go to the pharmacist, tell her, anti-inflammatories, or rest your eyes. This thing keeps happening to me. It doesn't go away. And I still had this feeling that the shadow men were doing that to me because it was some sort of message. And they actually showed it to me in the vision. And funny enough, when I watched, remember I told you that if they're communicating with you, they will use whatever, they can use TV programs, TV characters, cars, birds, whatever you're into, they will come on your level and use it to communicate with you. And I was watching and they had pushed me to do it, and I thought it was for my writing at the time to see how you could do a really successful YA or sci-fi book, and but no. And I realized at the start that they were showing you all the different worlds, because it's all about different dimensions, his materials, and they were showing you the lines at the start in the actual the theme tune and the credits at the start, and they were showing you lots of lines, and these lines were flickering out, going back in, flickering out, going back. Exactly the effect I had on my eyes. Now it's settled down a lot, but it's come back in. The last few days it's come back in a lot, and I've been just slightly aware of it. Not doing a lot of computer work, nothing, but it's come back. And it was in the vision today, and they were showing me the lines going out, the lines, and that's dimension, because here we're, right, okay, blurring. Lines are blurring. The boundaries of all of the dimensions are blurring. Time's blurring. They've brought this message across before, but it's all blurring, and it's causing a problem because somebody's messing with, this is a bit Star Trek, the space-time continuum. Okay, you didn't say that before. So yeah, it's somebody's messing with blurring. That's why they're showing me images. Yeah, okay. They're showing me an episode of a program as well to confirm it. Time bleeding into time. The overlays of time that I talked about last time on our blurring, and everything's messing up, and it's messing with the dynamics of the world. And all right, it's messing with every process in the world. It's something to do with the world economy as well. All thoughts, ideas coming through because of this blur. This blur is causing a problem, and I think they're all trying to fix it. And I think there are people on this side who are trying to fix it. But it's because everything is being tampered with at the atomic level and the subatomic level. And we are unaware of it. But that's what's causing a lot of the trouble as we progress to being this new shiny new world I've talked about. Okay, I feel a bit sick. What's that with? I'm getting a bit spinny on them. My FND's coming on a bit. But when that happens now, when I'm channeling or whatever, there's a reason for that. Because they often show me images that all of a sudden spin or turn on their head, and I'll start doing this. I do have damage in my left ear as well. So it's to show that something's spinning or it's not spinning correctly. And it's like it's causing I can't quite explain this. They're trying to use me as an example here. A nausea feeling and creating symptoms in the world. I hope that makes sense. Okay. Just to show you that they've now guided me to a little book. Oh, sorry, I've just seen the light come up. I will be reading my philosophy again, and this is good, very basic knowledge, okay, which is, it's going to come look around the other way. Quantum Mechanics by Jim Al-Khalili. Khalili, I think that's correct. Sorry if I've butchered the name. Dirty Bird book. So yeah, very basic. But I did want to show you this picture because they showed me the electrons again. And so it's definitely quantum levels. I'm getting into the region of not knowing what I'm talking about yet. I don't even have O-level physics. But remember? But I'm not thick. I'm post-grad in history. So this is the kind of thing I'm seeing, lines like this in space, the lights. And I'm seeing electrons and things. Now this is interesting because it's what Einstein called, I keep saying Einstein still, spooky action. And it's, I'm going to read up on it some more. And I may do a video about what I'm learning for everyone, just so we can try and make sense together of what this is all meaning. What do they call it? Quantum entanglement. So I'm going to read up on quantum entanglement. Okay, so maybe if you're a physics person out there, or quantum mechanics, or rocket scientist, maybe you may know more. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to be doing that. Then I saw a lot of military people. There's definitely this spiritual war vibe. Personal message about the God's men around me, how they've always been army in different eras, and like most of the eras from Egyptian in particular, Egyptian gods to all the way up to now. And there are a lot out there. What else did you want to say to me about that? I just want you to know that they are out there, not to be frightened, because everything is being protected, but they are actively working between the worlds to try and sort this out. And it's very strange because other people have clearly picked it up because it's been in books, in literature, on the TV, everything. And I find that a lot, that things come out that are they're in the collective consciousness. So people have been trying to get through in all different ways, communicate message. It's very interesting. So, but they showed me one image in particular that I kept saying, amazing imagery, amazing. All these soldiers, all these people looking at me. At one point I got very emotional because they showed me that I wasn't alone. So if you're feeling alone as a starseed, you are not. Ask them to show you who's around you, who's with you. Your soul tribe, if you like, your soul group, and the people who are attached to your soul, your family of soul groups, I'm getting, because there are, I know I have a soul group, and there are 14 of us, and there are only 3 women in this soul group. Right, okay. In this soul group, and there are 14 of us. It's odd. But then in the there are other groups around me who are connected, and we're all working together. And I think the different uniforms and things like that are also to show that there are different races, different starseeds, like the ones I read out in the one of my previous videos. Check out the playlist if you haven't seen them. And that they're all working together. I mean, I did get I get a lot of World War II imagery, World War One, 18th century, a lot of when the time the starseeds were coming in. Yeah, I don't tend to go further back than that, actually, when I think about it. Yeah, Regency, things like that, yeah. When the starseeds were coming in to create an effect on the planet. And they knew about this problem back then. So it's something they've been trying to fix, but it's getting worse. Okay, so if anybody does anything about multiverse, or you're scientists, if you could explain some of this, it would be wonderful. And what you think about it. Well, it's just so incredible, really. Now I'm going to show you something else that they showed me, and it's one of my symbols I've used in healing before, and it's to do with that's right. Oh, great. So you've given me more information on the healing symbol. So basically it's about accessing the past. It's about time travel. It's about accessing the past, and in healing it's accessing the past that's caused a problem, the trauma, and going back to it, assessing from a distance and putting a microscope on it. Come on, what you call it, magnifying glass on what's wrong and identifying it. That's what it means in healing. So I'm going to write that down after this. But what we are concerned with talking about at the moment is time travel, or some system, a way of peering into the worlds without actually having to travel, they're telling me now. Okay, so anyway, you won't see the writing because it'll be around the other way. So this is the symbol. So it's basically, I saw again in the distance a triangle and a circle. Before I started the meditation, they showed me 3 circles. Okay, yeah, all right, that's basic. Sorry, they've just told me, if you stop showing me Humpty Dumpty, they're showing me this is how it works. It's like, I think some people, wherever they are looking into our world, which is why I saw the window that time and looking into the world. I get it. All right, if you're in the UK, you'll know what I'm talking about. Play school. Well, if you're of a certain age. Check it out. And you know when they used to say, today we'll look through the round window. Well, it's that kind of thing. I'm not that stupid with bloody science. Okay. And give it to me in philosophical terms. I understand that. Anyway, so basically that's what this is. And what have they said? Right, they've pointed out that this circle, so they showed me those 3 circles and they didn't show me them again for a while. They sort of dealt with them by folding them over and scrunching them up and then putting them on the floor as the meditation was coming to an end. So from at some point I must have been, I was actually there apparently. But this is what they're trying to show me, that wherever they are, they can look into the world. They don't always have to come into it. But this is also a gateway that they come into the world with. And there's something to do with the water, because I kept saying big pyramid rising and big pyramid, hovering over the surface of the water. And somebody mentioned something about a channeling on the comments somebody else had done about Archangel Metatron and a pyramid. It's not linked to that, but thank you. That was very interesting to go and look at. I've haven't had much time to do anything, but I've had a quick check of it, and that's very interesting. But in this case, it's not to do that. It's to do with alien contact. So, anyway, so this is this disc-shaped window, and then, so what did you say that bit was? Right, they didn't say, oh no, hang on, they did. Okay, focus of the pyramid in the distance where they actually can see into the world as well. It all goes through that symbol. Focus of energy directed, origin or place of destination. That's what they gave me. That's word for word what they gave me channeled. Again, they call the inside of the triangle, where you can see the actual world bit. So you have to look through the circle and then the triangle. Oh my God. Window of opportunity, time travel, point of origin. Then they gave me some interesting coordinates. Well, I presume they're coordinates, but this number seems too long on the end. 29946812100. That's how they said it. Okay. And what else? Yeah, they got say they wrote time running into time. We come from here, interdimensional. So they're now saying that they come from this direction, but they use this to look through into ours, and we could look through into theirs. Bleeding of worlds has begun, blending. So I just thought that was really interesting. Very very odd. It's getting more and more complicated, isn't it? It's interesting though. I'm going to go and do a science degree next. Dump the PhD idea and go and do a science degree. It's going to take a while, though. It would be interesting so I could understand this. Well, try anyway. I got this message as well. We come as one to direct the cause of Earth's transition. They keep trying to labour this message, and you know, so we get it. We are many. We come throughout time, worlds, and dimensions. We are keepers of the light. You are part of us. They're referring to us light workers. I'll say it like they said. You are part of us light workers, beings of light and of the star angelic realms. So we are all beings of light and of the star angelic realm. So if you're watching this, chances are more than likely you're a starseed. Yeah. Even if you're a, you know, Colin Robinson troll who wants to troll on here, chances are you're actually one of these and you have some job to do. So get on with it. Yeah, I say to you, and stop trolling. Anyway, remember who you are and act on your mission. All over the world, we are all over the world in every race, gender, and avenue throughout time. And apparently, this message, they have helped relay this, but it's actually in part from my higher self, apparently. So there you go. She's up there somewhere. I wish she'd give me some more info. But they say that the higher self lives up in the higher realms, but it's still directing you and advising the ego. You can look up more about that. I once was it was a circle, wasn't it, one night, and the lady who was taking the spiritual circle, she channeled from her higher self, and that was really interesting. She even had a different name for it. It was, yeah, very odd. So yeah, lots of complicated things. What was the other thing that wanted to tell me? This plane. This plane's driving me nuts. I keep saying it, and I keep seeing all these things coming through these gateways and these huge angels. And I even saw the Hindenburg. I've seen the Hindenburg before come through one of these gateways, but it was huge and it went into the sea. Then I saw a massive plane hovering over the sea, but it didn't move. It didn't hit the water, nothing, and we were standing looking at it. The tower again, but it wasn't shiny and black. I was jumping all over the place, and then it was, I'm trying to remember all of it. I keep going back to 1970s New York. I don't know why. Saw the Statue of Liberty again. I don't know what it is about 1970s New York, but there is something connected with all this, because they've even had me write about it in one of my stories. And I've realised now that a lot of things in the stories are actually channeled information that I've believed were actual stories. I'm not talking about the really romancy ones. It's a lot to do with the young adult ones in particular. And it's very strange. If you're interested, they're all under my pen name Asta Steele and linked to my other pen name Arabella Kingsley, but they're the young adult ones. Okay, very strange. They even showed me, I'd written a scene in one of the books, Manyo, which is, I'm probably not saying it right, but because it's Korean, but it means witch. And it's all about this girl who has powers. She lives in England, but she has two Korean guys who are helping her. And she tackles somebody who comes, again, it was all coming from, you know, like the baddies were coming from other dimensions, and she was having to tackle them. And I've written that over and over again when I think about it. It's very strange. But it was me as a 12-year-old. The girl's actually much older than that in the story, but I could see what I was wearing as a 12-year-old, everything, things I've forgotten about. And it was showing me where, you know, trauma, anger had come from various things. But why all these different, you know, why do I have to be 12? Yeah, I don't remember anything huge happening when I was 12 or anything, but I had to be 12. It's like, why has the Hindenburg got to come through? Why do all these planes that I see keep changing from, you know, different eras? And it's all about this time. Those layers are blurring. It could be, in some cases, why we're seeing more, you know, spooky things, people coming through, because everything's blurring. And you know, people are easily able to walk through the dimensions. People are disappearing in the dimensions. It's possible. And I mean, I believe when you pass on anyway, you go back to the dimension that you came from. This world is a bit of a, I don't know what it is, but I don't think it's what we think it is. And I think we come from other dimensions to learn. I don't know about learning. Well, I suppose, well, we do learn, but I mean, not specifically just to learn, but we come into this. Think Westworld. I don't know. Could be a video game for all we know. Think Red Dwarf. But very odd. So something's happening, and they want me to stop the channel and the message now, and we'll leave it there for the moment. So if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, get this message out to people. Please take a look at the memberships. I've got early access to videos, so people in the Centaurus tier will be getting this video earlier to see, and people in their eye, and will they get videos about things that go on day to day with me and the shadow men. And I had a very spooky occurrence the other night. I would love to try and catch them on, you know, some what are those devices that they use, you know, recordings. Sorry, I am out of it now because you need to stop me channeling. Yeah. And my head goes all over the place when I do that. I can't remember the simplest of things. It's because I'm connected and I need to stop the connection, please. So, thank you. And yeah, so they get, you know, little tidbits about what's going on in my life with the shadow men. So yeah, all I'm going to say is intruder alert if you want to check that out. And there'll be much more, but on the main channel here, nothing will change. Everything's going to stay the same with the channelings, as I've said. They will be Wednesdays. I can't remember when I said them now. Is it Saturday and Sunday? Yeah, I believe. And they may be a couple of other videos about what's going on here if I find out any more information or anything that comes to light, anything that happens that's connected with the main channelings. Okay, and hopefully I'll start getting the healing. They keep giving me little you know, little morsels of what they want me to do with that, to really write it down and actually devise a healing modality that people could learn if they wanted to. But they wait until the right time. They love keeping me waiting, don't you? Yes, we do. Oh, he's such a joker. My main guide. No, they will do it when they're right time. They've just given me some information I'm going to have to go and write down. So yeah. So take care of yourselves, and I will see you next time for another thrilling installment. But I'll leave the comments on this time. I'm getting more courageous. So if you get anything, or people have been saying stuff I can't verify and say that that's true, or they haven't, you know, verified anything, but it's more than possible. You know, I still keep seeing a lot of tidal waves. And I did see some damaged buildings, and I know there's been an earthquake. Prayers out to everybody in Turkey and Syria for that. And they did say at one point that there were 2 little boys missing. I've just remembered that now. That were found. They want me to help with, they're carrying me on, sorry, with missing people. And they've asked me to try and help out with a certain case that I'm just not going to say anymore. And this is really scary for me. So I've been doing a bit on that today. Yeah, so that's something else that's gonna happen. Oh, now they've got a hold of me. They're pushing me out there. They're going to have me doing all sorts, which reminds me, if you want a personal reading, please contact me on my email address and we'll sort that out for you. Yes, now I'm going. Take care, and I shall see you next time. Okay, bye.